From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group. In partnership with Mind Super App and beyond.
Good evening and welcome. And tonight I want to start by talking about a new trend. This trend among the pseudo-secular lobby and their affiliates. That trend is to not comment on terrorists, but criticize the government of India. This is the group that after every terrorist strike, comments on the security forces, comments on intelligence failures, comments on the government of India, but remain abjectly silent, or at least don't speak strongly enough about the terrorist group and its supporters, especially if they are in Pakistan. This is hypocrisy with a capital H. Now this week in another context, in Sambhaji Nagar in Maharashtra, suddenly has emerged an Aurangzeb fan club. These people love Aurangzeb. They have been shouting slogans supporting this bigoted, fanatic Mughal ruler. Aurangzeb, whose philosophy, way of ruling, thought process was fanatic. But there's an Aurangzeb fan club which is now emerging, and this Aurangzeb fan club has been jumping around with Aurangzeb posters. Some of this Aurangzeb fan club have collectively changed their WhatsApp DPs to pictures of Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb is their hero. Aurangzeb is their idol. And strangely, the secularity is questioning the state government, saying, how is it that there is an Aurangzeb fan club under your watch? Same way in which they say, how is it that under your watch there's a terrorist attack? This is the same group, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. When 26/11 happened, all they wanted to do was protect the Congress party and the Congress government, then in Maharashtra, as well as in Delhi, from any questioning. But in this case, they are saying, why is the state government allowing it? The state government, which has initiated action against the Aurangzeb fan club, is being questioned. But the secularity hypocrites have not gone hard against the Aurangzeb fan club itself, which is shocking. Because this group always talks about provocation. Provocation. You must not provoke. Well, I say this is the most open case of communal provocation. Viewers, the Congress party, which wants the Bajrang Dal banned, is quite soft on the Aurangzeb fan club. I wonder why. I wonder why, ladies and gentlemen, and don't you wonder why as well? And that's why it's debate number 1 tonight. Hashtag who wants Aurangzeb? Who wants Aurangzeb in India? Debate number 2 this evening. There are reports that there has been a secret meeting with a middle-level American government official and Rahul Gandhi. Now, if the meeting has happened and it happened in Washington, why is the Congress party trying to keep it secret? If it hasn't happened, there was no meeting. But why a secret meeting, and who was he representing when he did that? Very, very suspicious. Debate 3 tonight. Shame on Canada for allowing an open glorification of assassins and terrorism on their soil. the assassination of former Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi celebrated in a parade in Brampton, Canada must answer. They're allowing it. That's debate number 3. And here are the headlines this Thursday evening on the debate tonight. From the date of provocation to the use of social media, the entire Aurangzeb toolkit now comes into focus. He was a tyrant, a fanatic, a bigot, but some politicians and political parties go out of their way to absolutely glorify Aurangzeb. There are reports that there was a secret meeting between Rahul Gandhi and a mid-level White House state official in the United States who is infamous for the threat of a regime change. What was the meeting about? Why is the Congress keeping it secret? Serious questions being raised over the secrecy of disqualified MP Rahul Gandhi's alleged secret meeting in the White House.
The space which is given to separatists, to extremists, to people who advocate violence. And I think it's not good for the relationship, and I think it's not good for Canada.
External Affairs Minister Jai Shankar gives it back to Canada for giving a very long rope to anti-India elements on the Indira assassination tableau. And his wife questioned over the coal scam. Now Abhishek Banerjee has been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate in connection with the recruitment scam. And ladies and gentlemen, there are some within who have perpetually tried to whitewash the reality of Aurangzeb, cast him as an iconic ruler and glorified him uninhibitedly. And this is what has happened in Kolhapur too. India cannot hail the legacy of a tyrant, a bigot and a cruel oppressor. Tonight I am asking, hashtag, who wants Aurangzeb? I repeat, hashtag, who wants Aurangzeb? Let's debate.
Celebrations of Aurangzeb in Washim. Viral social media posts on Aurangzeb leading to clashes in Kolhapur.
पिछले 4-5 महीनों में जो मामले सामने आए हैं उसमें तो जो ऑब्जेक्शनेबल चीज़ें हैं उसके ऊपर लीगल एक्शन तो चल रही है। इसके बाद अगर कोई सोशल मीडिया पे अगर ऑब्जेक्शनेबल शेयरिंग पोस्ट हो रही है बेसिकली तो उसके लिए साइबर सेल मॉनिटर कर रहा है। उसके अलावा जो छात्र है या कॉलेज गोइंग स्टूडेंट है उन्हें भी अब सेंसिटाइज किया जाएगा।
Politicians defending Aurangzeb.
त्यांना बहादूरगडावरती पहिल्यांदा नेण्यात आलं, त्यांचे डोळे काढण्यात आलं। बाजूला विष्णूचं मंदिर आहे। अफजल खान जर एवढा आपला औरंगजेबवर एवढा क्रूर आणि हिंदूपेक्षा म्हणजे जे काय म्हणायचंय ते त्यांनी विष्णूचं मंदिरही तोडलं.
And paying tributes at Aurangzeb's tomb.
That Akbaruddin Owaisi had gone over there to lay a foundation stone of a school. As far as him visiting, you see, please understand, these are all ASI protected monuments, and ASI comes under the government headed by Mr. Narendra Modi. So you please ask them about these monuments.
Some don't want to talk about the communal bigot that Aurangzeb was.
औरंगजेब के आतंक के खिलाफ, भारत को बदलने के उसके मंसूबों के खिलाफ गुरु गोविंद सिंह जी पहाड़ की तरह खड़े थे। औरंगजेब और उसके लोग गुरु गोविंद सिंह के बच्चों का धर्म तलवार के दम पर बदलना चाहते थे।
The reality of Aurangzeb is this. He was a religious fanatic. He imposed the oppressive jizya tax on non-Muslims, demolished non-Islamic places of worship, destroyed schools of other faiths, slaughtered cows inside temples, and murdered the minor sons of Guru Gobind Singh.
Aurangzeb's grotesque intolerance should have no place in India.
सवाल ये उठता है कि अचानक इतने औरंगजेब के औलादे कहाँ से पैदा हुई, इसके पीछे कौन है, इसका असली मालिक कौन है, ये भी हम ढूंढ के निकालेंगे। लेकिन मेरे सबसे निवेदन है कोई भी कानून को हाथ में न ले, कानून को हाथ में लिया तो उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई की जाए।
Yet some are determined to romanticize, idealize and glorify Aurangzeb. Let's debate.
My hashtag is Who Wants Aurangzeb? I'll try and identify that tonight. Tala Amar Rashidi of Rashtriya Ulama Council, Nikhil Jain, Brajmohan Srivastav of the NCP, Ratan Sharda, Vishwas Pathak, Chief Spokesperson of the BJP in Maharashtra, Waris Pathan of the All India Majlis-e-Ittihad ul-Muslimin, the AIMIM. Mr. Waris Pathan, it is quite clear that your party has taken a pro-Aurangzeb position, which is a shame, which should be declared illegal. You have been part of this, you have been deliberately provoking it. There are others also, but your district president was part of the rally. Am I right, Vishwas Pathak? AIMIM district president was part of the rally.
False.
Was part of the rally where Aurangzeb posters were raised.
Part of that rally. Lies. All lies. Our party.
The posters were raised in Ahmednagar's Mukand Nagar. Your district president has been booked by the police. He was carrying the poster during the procession.
We have nothing. Anything happens in the country. Anything happens in the country, you just have a pattern to name the MIM. We had nothing to do with the protesters who were showing the posters. You are coming to the point. Who wants Aurangzeb? Arnab, let me tell you. BJP wants Aurangzeb. BJP wants Jinnah. BJP wants love jihad. BJP wants land jihad. BJP wants Pakistan. Because BJP knows that they are losing 2024. People are asking them questions about rising prices.
We do not require the result to win the elections.
They don't have answers.
We are winning elections on the basis of percent.
Since 4 months we have been reminding them that certain unscrupulous elements have entered Maharashtra.
Just because BJP's government is there in place in Maharashtra, they want to destabilize this.
Violence
No, I'm asking
very common practice.
The atmosphere of Maharashtra.
I am asking again.
CM or
I am asking again.
Did not listen to us.
I am asking again.
Against them, permissions were granted to them to hold rallies. Why did they not stop them? Was it not the intelligence failure? Was it not the failure of the state government to ensure that peace prevails in Maharashtra?
On 6th of June, there was Rajyabhishek of
BJP,
Shivaji Maharaj.
because they know the trends are showing that they are losing Maharashtra.
On 6th of January, 6th of June, there was Rajyabhishek of Shivaji Maharaj.
The BJP is playing the communal card and now they have brought up Aurangzeb. So whoever has done this on Facebook or WhatsApp is arrested. Who gave the permission to the people to assemble there?
You instigated all these activities. You want to destabilize the
throwing on the police. The police did not
government of Maharashtra.
Because the state government's failure, they don't want to cede to that, and they are
in procession also. You are carrying the images of Aurangzeb.
Said, if need be, we will take out sword. तलवार निकाल देंगे.
Who visited graveyard in Sambhajinagar?
Was it not the statement that will take out the talwar?
You yourself.
What will law and order happen?
You were also present there. Or you, Aurangzeb, is your father.
Why don't you take action against him?
1 minute, please. Waris, thank you. Waris, thank you. Volume down. Vishwas Pathak. Vishwas Pathak.
Modi is in charge about
Just be quiet for a minute. Vishwas Pathak. You see, these people must own up for what they do. Now, you said that Waris Pathan was at the event where Akbaruddin Owaisi went to Aurangzeb's grave and paid his respects to Aurangzeb. Is that true, Mr. Pathak? That this man who's on TV, viewers take a good look at him. He says tonight, who wants Aurangzeb? Please be quiet! He says tonight on my program, don't shout!
No. It is an ASI protected monument.
Exposed on television tonight.
To take out a circular. We won't go there. But kindly expose Advani going to Jinnah's grave in Pakistan. Jinnah!
So these are their double standards.
Nation India. Advani went to his grave. That time nobody debated on that.
Their commitment is to Pakistan. They are staying in India.
Because
that is why Home Minister Mr.
Nobody should go there. We won't go there.
देवेंद्र फडणवीस called ऐसे औलादों को हमको ढूंढ के निकालना है. We'll take stern action against these people.
What action are you taking against Nitish Rane?
We are going to take action against all those who are involved here.
No.
Who is Aurangzeb?
We have a situation right now, viewers. I'll show the pictures again. Will you kindly be quiet? Will you be quiet? It is my opinion, my view, that you are a dangerous man. You are a threat, Waris Pathan, to law and order. You are a deliberately provoking and trying to create a communal situation. You are part of a conspiracy, therefore, Mr. Pathan, will you stop shouting? Will you stop shouting? You are part...
I'm exposing you.
Yeah, you are part of...
exposing you.
Yeah, just be quiet. You are part of a conspiracy. As I can see there, can I run the pictures of this man? He says, who wants Aurangzeb? Not me. But I feel, Ratan Sharda, if I can run the pictures of Waris Pathan on that day with Akbaruddin Owaisi, can I run the pictures there? Is he there in the pictures? We can freeze it if required. I can't see it very clearly. Is that him? Is that, are you there? Were you there that day, Waris?
So what's that?
Were you there?
So what, we had gone to
I am asking you, were you there?
8 graveyards we visited.
Were you there?
We had gone there for a school
Were you there?
Yes, my picture is there.
Were you there?
I was there. Imtiaz Jalil
were you there?
He was there. We had gone. I am saying I was there.
He's saying he was there.
School opening inauguration, stone laying ceremony of a school.
Also, you went to inaugurate a school. That's why you went to Aurangzeb's grave.
There are several graveyards around. There are several graveyards.
Ratan Sharda is responding. Ratan Sharda.
Advani can go and visit.
The entire star cast of Aurangzeb respect salutes. One is Waris Pathan who said 15 crore, 100 crore पे भारी होंगे. There is Akbaruddin Owaisi who paid respect and said we will take 15 minutes to finish them off. We have the third person who said that Aurangzeb की बाजार पे जाना क्योंकि ASI ने बोला है ASI protects the monument, they should destroy it, and you can go there. Are you going to pay respect? So if there is a monument, you'll go and pay respect there. Tell me whether you respect Aurangzeb or not. Simple question. Don't you follow Aurangzeb?
Why did Advani went there? Advani goes to Pakistan to visit.
No, Jinnah is not Aurangzeb.
You declare it as a protected monument. You won't go there.
Advani paid for it. Advani lost power.
Muslim, I
don't compare.
I can sit here and pray for anybody.
Whether you respect Aurangzeb or not.
But he was there. You are talking about 400-year history. People are asking you questions of present day. What are you doing for the country? You are trying to divide my great nation in the name of Muslims and Hindus.
Tell me,
who said
you have openly said,
don't you idolize? Why you idolize Nathuram Godse? No, he said Nathuram Godse Murdabad.
Are you denying
say
it?
Godse Murdabad. Condemn Nitish Rane, who is trying to create hatred. Condemn Nitish Rane, who said clearly that he will take out Talwar. Arnab, you are the Supreme Court has
viewers, if we can zoom in on that, on Akbaruddin and Waris, it's interesting right now. It's interesting, Subrashta. It's very interesting, Subrashta. Can you just zoom in there? We begin the debate. Ratan Sharda, 1 minute. We begin the debate.
Because you are the most violent people.
We begin the debate, and today's debate is... No, he's got red-handed. Look at his face right now. Subrashta, are you seeing this? We began...
protected monument है, गए थे?
क्या करने गए थे?
अरे स्कूल की ओपनिंग के लिए
स्कूल की ओपनिंग औरंगजेब के ग्रेव पर स्कूल की ओपनिंग कर रहे थे.
गुड पर्पस
झूठ मत बोलिए.
So we visited.
झूठ मत बोलिए. Subrashta, are you seeing this? Can I zoom in on the two people on the left?
Modi, your friend, to issue a circular and we won't go there.
No, 1 minute. Subrashta, 1 minute. Can I just explain the visual? Waris, you be quiet for a minute. Viewers, this is I just want to speak for a minute before I get Subrashta into the debate. Very often we have these debates and the frauds, the secularity. By the way, they don't use the word secular anymore because the word has been corrupted itself. They keep saying, the Bajrang Dal provokes, Rashmi Samant provokes, Subrashta provokes, Ratan Sharda is not from the RSS, he is from a terrorist group, right? The Vishwas Pathak represents a party of Nathuram Godse, right? They say all these things and then they say, everybody provokes. Even if there are terrorist strikes in India, they never question the terrorist groups. They never question Pakistan. They will question the Indian army. And today, they have been exposed right royally live on my program. The debate starts with Waris Pathan saying, who wants Aurangzeb? And right now, I found this picture. This man looks suspiciously like Waris Pathan. Can you see him there? He says, who wants Aurangzeb?
This is 2020.
I am saying that these are the people who silently want to break the country apart. People like Waris Pathan. Waris Pathan should be arrested. He should not be on my program, Subrashta. He should be behind bars because he sits here in 7-star comfort in Mumbai while he gets all this done. Why? Then he says, I'll come on TV programs. Are you seeing? This is the reality. And then they'll say, yeah, Subrashta is on the debate. Subrashta.
We have already debated that, sir. It is 2-year-old program.
Arnab, the problem with people like Waris Pathan is that they want to maintain two personalities.
8 to 10
yeah, two personalities, exactly. Waris, zara sun lo.
Waris bhai, can you hear me out?
Like Modi.
If Modi ji is your mentor and if AIMIM is being mentored by Mr. Modi, then I have nothing more to say. Then I think the debate ends right here.
My mentor is the constitution of the country.
Please hear me out, Waris Pathan.
My mentor is Baba Saheb Ambedkar and the constitution
when your mentor is the constitution of the country, then by no standards is Aurangzeb secular. Then what are we seeing these pictures for? What do these pictures represent, Mr. Waris Pathan?
History is there. Kindly go and read history.
You know,
kindly go and read history. Why you are asking me this question?
Politicians like Waris Pathan and parties like AIMIM, the debate is no longer about appropriation of history. It is no longer about revisiting history. It is no longer about what injustices has been done by history writers.
This debate is about diverting the mind of the nation from the basic issues by the BJP.
That we are dealing with. And however much Waris Pathan would want to shout me down, however much Waris Pathan would want to heckle me into submission, I will continue to say that political parties like AIMIM and politicians like Owaisi,
no, you have no issues left.
Politicians
BJP
like
loves
Owaisi and Waris Pathan are a threat to India's secular fabric.
Bajrang did not help you.
What are you talking, Mr. Waris Pathan? Why are you bringing love jihad into this? You have not gone to officiate a marriage between a Hindu man and a Muslim girl, for God's sake.
I would like to.
You are at Aurangzeb's grave.
I am on the program. No. Waris, I repeat. Waris, I tell you. Waris, I'll tell you one thing. 1 minute. Can I tell you? Can I speak? Can I get a word in? Can I get a word in? I know that you should be arrested, but not only you. Not only you. This debate is about the fundamentals of provocation. Provocation. A view has been created. Hindu fanatics provoke. Waris Pathan does not provoke. RSS provokes. RSS and Nathuram Godse are one. 1 minute. 1 minute. Be quiet. Abu Azmi says, मैं औरंगजेब रहमतुल्लाह अलैह के साथ हूं. उनका इतिहास देखोगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि वो एक सेक्युलर बादशाह थे. सुनिए, हाँ, दिस न्यू हिस्ट्री, हाँ, इसको सुनिए. वो एक सेक्युलर बादशाह थे जिन्होंने अफगानिस्तान से लेके बर्मा तक भारतवर्ष बनाया था. वाह, ये हिस्ट्री पढ़ाई जा रही है हमको, और इसको पढ़ेंगे, ये पढ़ना पड़ेगा हमको. एक मिनट. इतिहास में ऐसे कई उदाहरण हैं जहां हिंदू और मुस्लिम शख्सों ने सत्ता चलाने के अलग फैसले लिए, लेकिन आज उन्होंने whatever. अभी मुझे बजाइए बृजमोहन श्रीवास्तव जी, क्योंकि मैं तो इसको पूरा एक्सपोज करूंगा. ये सेक्युलर आर्टी
ले रहा है. आप ये किसका नाम ले रहे हैं? किसके बारे में आप बात कर रहे हैं अर्णव जी?
अबू असीम आजमी
में आप बात कर रहे हैं, जिसको आप ग्लोरीफाई कर रहे हैं.
मैं ग्लोरीफाई कर रहा हूं. मैं कर रहा हूं.
करा रहे हैं आप.
मैं ग्लोरीफाई कर रहा हूं.
और क्या?
मैं इस पर डिबेट करके औरंगजेब को ग्लोरीफाई कर रहा हूं.
बताइए, जवाब दीजिए आप.
आपने अभी तक 40 बार नाम लिया उस आदमी का जिसका नाम लेना मैं पसंद नहीं कर रहा हूं। 40 बार आपने नाम लिया है। You are glorifying.
I don't understand. अगर आपको डिबेट से प्रॉब्लम है तो फिर आप डिबेट में बतौर पैनलिस्ट क्यों बैठे हैं? आप क्यों उसको जस्टिफाई कर रहे हैं? आप क्यों वैलिडेट कर रहे हैं? आपको नहीं आना चाहिए था। क्या आपको बताया नहीं गया था आपका डिस्कशन का टॉपिक क्या है?
मैं नाम क्यों ना लूं?
ये है कि आप
मैं नाम क्यों ना लूं?
आपकी ज़बान में आपकी बात कही जाए।
मैं नाम क्यों ना लूं? मैं सच क्यों ना बताऊं लोगों को? मैं ऐसे लोग जो औरंगजेब की सोच को पनाह दे रहे हैं उनको मैं एक्सपोज क्यों ना करूं? मैं इस सोच के खिलाफ हूं।
उस आदमी को आप ग्लोरीफाई कर रहे हैं।
मैं ग्लोरीफाई नहीं कर रहा, मैं एक्सपोज कर रहा हूं।
मेरे लोगों के साथ अत्याचार किया था। आप क्यों नाम आप ले रहे हैं इसका बार-बार?
आप क्यों परेशान हो रहे हैं? आप परेशान क्यों हो रहे हैं? आप क्यों परेशान हो रहे हैं?
आपको जेल जाना चाहिए।
आप परेशान क्यों? मैं तो शांति से मैं तो बोल ही रहा हूं। मैं चाहता हूं मैं जानना चाहता हूं औरंगजेब प्रेमी कौन है।
मैं तो नाम भी नहीं ले रहा।
आप क्यों नहीं ले रहे? आप लीजिए ना, आप लीजिए ना। आप डरते हैं, आप ये कहने में डरते हैं।
आप ग्लोरीफाई कर रहे हैं।
आप मुझे बताइए औरंगजेब के खिलाफ है कि नहीं? रतन शारदा इज ऑन द डिबेट। रतन शारदा।
शरद पवार said,
दूसरे लोगों पे
शरद पवार said, what is so great? If some people love Aurangzeb, what is wrong? शरद पवार जी ने क्या कहा भी आपके नेता ने कि अगर कोई औरंगजेब के पोस्टर दिखाता है तो समस्या क्या है? आज शरद पवार ने कहा कि नहीं कहा? शरद पवार ने कहा कि नहीं कहा कि औरंगजेब कोई लाइक करता है, पोस्टर दिखाता तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
आप उसको क्यों
आपके नेता ने कहा उसको डिनाई करिए, उसको डिनाई करिए। जो यहाँ पोस्टर लेके खड़े उनको आप निंदा करिए।
डिनाई है
जो एआई में कहता है कि फतवा आलमगीरी को मानते हैं वैसे ने कहा उससे बात करिए।
नहीं ब्रिजमोहन जी पहली बात मुझे बताइए नहीं मैं सवाल पूछ रहा हूं। मैं रतन शारदा एक मिनट पहले शांति से रश्मि सामंत भी डिबेट पे आ जाए, खुलकर डिबेट हो जाए। नहीं पहले रश्मि सामंत से पहले विश्वास पाठक के पास फिर से जाऊं। तकलीफ तो बहुत हो रही है इनको, आज मुझे बात करने दीजिए। वही क्लब, वही लोग, वही सोच जिन्होंने पालघर के साधुओं के बारे में एक शब्द नहीं कहा, मगर जब अर्नब गोस्वामी ने कहा, आप सुनिए मेरी बात, आप सुनिए मेरी आवाज को आप दबाने की कोशिश ना करें प्लीज मान्यवर। आपसे ज्यादा चिल्ला सकता हूं मैं, मगर आप आज टेंशन में आ गए हैं। आपको आप टेंशन में आ गए। मैं लूंगा औरंगजेब का नाम और कहूंगा मैं हर बार कहूंगा, आप रोकेंगे मुझे?
कहिए ना। तो आप ये कहिए
तो ले रहा हूं ना मैं कह रहा हूं औरंगजेब प्रेमी कौन है? आप बोलिए औरंगजेब प्रेमी कौन है? सारे औरंगजेब प्रेमियों को गिरफ्तार करो। कहो आप औपचारिक प्रवक्ता है, आप फॉर्मल स्पोक्सपर्सन है, आप कहिए ऑल द औरंगजेब प्रेमीज हैव टू बी अरेस्टेड। से इट।
मैं कह रहा हूं मैं नाम क्यों लूं?
अवॉइड करता हूं। ये देखिए विश्वास पाठक, इशू को अवॉइड कीजिए, हटके चलिए, अवॉइड कीजिए। व्हाई? क्यों अवॉइड करें?
जपिए माला।
See, their leader Sharad Pawar talked about Aurangzeb. He finds no problem with having any status of Aurangzeb.
I don't know what is Sharad Pawar's comment on Aurangzeb. I don't know what is the comment. I'm trying to get it out. Sharad Pawar says एक मिनट रुकेंगे please. Abu Asim Azmi says that I am with Aurangzeb. I am asking a simple question. How can anybody be with Aurangzeb? मैं ग्लोरीफाई नहीं कर रहा, मैं एक्सपोज कर रहा हूं, मैं खुलकर एक्सपोज कर रहा हूं। इस डिबेट में सारे देश की जनता मेरे साथ है और मैं पूछ रहा हूं, आई एम आस्किंग दिस पीपल ऑफ दिस कंट्री, आई वांट टू नो हु वांट्स औरंगजेब। आई नो दैट व्हेन आई वाज इन स्कूल, Rashmi, when I was in school, you know, the history we were taught, Aurangzeb is a wonderful guy. This is the version of Congress history. Aurangzeb is a person who spent very little money on himself. Aurangzeb is a wonderful old man with a simple lifestyle, with a very nice man, misunderstood. He just implemented some jizya tax. He just happened to behead Guru Tegh Bahadur. But there was a teddy bearization of Aurangzeb. There was a teddy bear image made of Aurangzeb. Do you understand that?
I was in school not long ago. And,
Rashmi.
I read things like Aurangzeb was a charitable man.
He was the person who gave the highest numbers of the grants to the temple.
Donated to the poor and destitute through his last days. He was glorified to no end in our history.
You should check his Farman of 1691 of the grant given to the Balaji temple in
Just happened to commit a few mass atrocities.
One after the other. One after the other on the debate. Tala, let Rashmi complete. And by the way, here's my observation. Before Rashmi comes in, I tell you, this man was genocidal. He was maniacal. He was a maniacal, fanatic, genocidal bigot. That is the reality. किसी को चुभती तो नहीं है ना मैं कहता हूँ तो सच्चाई कह रहा हूँ ना.
Your understanding of the historical events. That can be your personal opinion. You are free to opine your own opinion.
Understanding.
He can be a villain to someone, but he can also be a hero to some other person. It depends upon the understanding of the history. It depends upon the way you understand and estimate history.
Somebody who murders somebody.
You cannot ignore the history.
Okay. Tala. 30 seconds, we'll go. Let's get the countdown timer back. Let's get the countdown timer. Is it ready? Tala.
How come did he rule for 50 years?
Tala, I'll tell you.
You need to go through the historical chapters. You need to go through the Matir Alamgiri translated by
genocidal person, a genocidal fanatic can be a hero to nobody. If you think that, then I seriously think that you need to rethink your priorities. Such thinking is a threat to sane society. If you're saying कि एक बंदा किसी के लिए हीरो हो सकता है, एक और बंदा किसी के लिए विलन हो सकता है, that is not the case. A genocidal fanatic can be a hero to nobody. If he's a hero to you or to anybody for that fact, then it's a very big problem because they think that it's okay to commit mass murder. To commit mass murder, not just for the sake of it, but to commit mass murder to convert people.
All right, can I?
Please let me speak.
1 minute. May I request both sides tonight? The debate is trending. People across the country are responding, and I say tonight.
By BJP can hail
Tala.
Arnab Goswami, the killer of father of the nation.
Tala, मेरे को एक बात बताओ. एक मिनट. Tala, एक मिनट. ये जो Tala, 1 minute, please, 1 minute. ये राहुल गांधी इंटेलेक्चुअल लेवल टाइप की कॉन्वर्सेशन मेरे साथ मत कीजिए. थोड़ा बढ़ाइए अपने इंटेलेक्चुअल लेवल को. राहुल गांधी इंटेलेक्चुअल लेवल की बात मत कीजिए, थोड़ी बढ़ा के बात कीजिए मेरे साथ.
For you 10 years back, in the last 10 years, he is no more an intellectual for you. That's the irony.
I don't know, Baba. Now I feel bad for you. Now listen to me. I'll tell you one thing. First of all, I want to destroy this Godse argument. कुछ भी बोलो, एक ही response है. ये Godse, वो Godse. एक मुझे बताइए, मैं कह रहा हूँ, मेरी बात सुनिए. अरे बात सुनिए ना. ये Godse वाली आर्गुमेंट मेरे साथ मत कीजिए. सब लोग को स्क्रीन पे लाइए. मैं कह रहा हूँ, किसी को भी पूछो, भाई औरंगजेब पे सवाल पूछो, है ना, अबू बकर अल बगदादी पे सवाल पूछो, है ना, बुरहान वानी पे सवाल पूछो तो कहेंगे गोडसे. अरे रुकिए ना, हिस्ट्री में सिखाता हूँ आपको. I'll teach you history tonight. I'll teach you history tonight.
हीरो बना सकते हैं, जो देश के भारत के राष्ट्रपिता का हथियार है, उसे हीरो बना सकते हैं.
People are asking which school Arnab studied and what history was taught to him.
आप औरंगजेब का एक पोस्टर लेके नहीं चल सकते.
People are asking us.
First of all, दो लोग मत चलाइए एक साथ.
What history was taught to him.
When you are quiet, I'll respond.
That's without education.
पूजा पांडे ने
What is this? Let me speak.
गांधी जी की एफिजी पे गोली चलाई. आप उसका विरोध नहीं करेंगे, पर आप औरंगजेब का एक पोस्टर लेके नहीं चल सकते.
आप चुप होंगे 2 मिनट.
आपकी इंटेलेक्चुअल कैपेसिटी इतनी लो है कि आप एक जेनोसाइडल आदमी को एक पॉलिटिकल असैसिनेशन के साथ जोड़ रहे हो. Is this your intellectual capacity? Honestly, is this your
shame on you? Shame on you. You are calling a
You're trying to compare a genocidal person with a political assassination. You cannot do this. You cannot be whitewashing Aurangzeb's crimes by bringing him down to the level of a political assassination. What Aurangzeb did was wipe out a civilization. What he did was destroy thousands of temples. What he did was kill thousands of millions of Hindus. That's what he did. He killed them out of spite for their religion. Aurangzeb killed people out of spite for their religion. He destroyed thousands of temples. Do you even know what Aurangzeb did? Do you know what Aurangzeb did and what Aurangzeb did?
Do you consider?
Do you know what two people
reply
did?
to me. Do you
know the
consider Mahatma
difference
Gandhi as the
between
father of the nation?
the two
Do you
incidents?
consider
Do you know what
Godse as a
Aurangzeb
terrorist?
did and what Nathuram Godse did? Nobody is glorifying anybody here. But by comparing Aurangzeb to Nathuram Godse, you're glorifying him on this debate here.
When
Please don't bring this BS attitude here. You're trying to
when you finish,
mass genocide.
when you finish, I will respond. Rashmi, 1 minute. Rashmi, when you complete, please. I want 30 seconds. Point being very simple. Nikhil, poster नीचे रख दो. I am glad आप इधर दूसरे poster डाल रहे हो. Thankfully औरंगजेब पे poster नहीं डाल रहे हो. नीचे रखिए उसको. I'll talk to you. The point here is this decrepit, intellectually reductionist argument. Nikhil, कि कोई भी सीधा सवाल करे. If I ask you about Aurangzeb, if I ask you about Burhan Wani, everyone on, if I ask you about Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, if I ask you about Kasaf, immediate answer is Godse. Arey bhai, who on the program is supporting Godse? Is the BJP spokesperson or Rashmi Samant or Ratan Sharda or Subra? I consider him a terrorist, worse than a terrorist. I consider him worse than a terrorist. हो गई ना बात खत्म. अब आगे बढ़ो. No, they don't consider him a patriot. No, they don't consider him a patriot. No, they don't. Bhaiya, come to the point. No, I'll force you to debate Aurangzeb.
Thank God you're not on Twitter, Arnab. The troll armies would have hate you really bad.
The ruler of India. You cannot change the history of nation.
Why are you getting so provoked about, so emo about Aurangzeb, man? Why are you emo about Aurangzeb?
Yes,
You're emo.
You're
emo about Aurangzeb.
You should be emo about your history, Arnab. You cannot relate the history of the country. You should be emotional about the history of the country.
There is an Aurangzeb Premi Club in our country.
Let it glorify Aurangzeb.
Are you?
Look at these people's face.
You can Google.
Can I come in?
No, I can't take this line down.
Sambhaji Maharaj
Ratan Sharda.
For 1 month, how his eyes were gouged out, how he was skinned alive. You want to make Aurangzeb equal to Godse? No shame at all. Aurangzeb killed the two sons of Guru Gobind, putting them behind the wall. And Sambhaji Maharaj, who was skinned alive, his eyes were gouged out, and your government removed a poster of Gandhi killed Shivaji Maharaj in Sangli when you were in power. You know that? You forget all that?
Audio not clear. Audio is not clear,
Yeah.
Ratan Sharda. I'll give a view. And I'd like to tell, there are a lot of people here tonight. I don't want to convert people and their thoughts. My question is, I want a minute. Can I have a moment of peace, please? See, I'll tell you, why am I debating this? The fundamental issue is this. Don't avoid the debate on Aurangzeb. Don't avoid the debate on Jinnah. Don't avoid these debates. These debates are necessary. Thank you, Nikhil. This is the third glass of water you've had and I've not even asked you a question yet. The point being this, when a non-entity who claims to speak for all Hindus, which he doesn't, makes a communal comment, this same group, Nikhil, this same group says, BJP is responsible, Narendra Modi must resign, right? Now, in this case, there is an organized attempt at radicalizing Indian politics by people like Waris Pathan, who should be arrested, but who are instead of my program, who are eulogizing Aurangzeb and making a symbol of a new dangerous radicalized politics.
Arrest Sanjay Rawat, arrest everybody who speaks against Arnab and who talks about democracy, constitution, secularism. Arrest all of them.
I'm not in the debate. You are. I didn't go to Aurangzeb's grave. You did.
And what history did
you did, and I just caught you there. There you are. There you are. There you are at Aurangzeb's grave. Shame on you.
ASI protected monument.
42 minutes in, Arnab. Can I come in now?
You went there to understand archaeology. 1 second. You went there because it's an ASI protected document. You went there to understand history and archaeology. Don't be a liar. What is
protected document? We won't go there. Going to a time under what
I'll show these two pictures. One side, these people go to Aurangzeb's grave, and on the other side, this Aurangzeb posters come up. Does anybody believe they are not connected? The two pictures are on both sides. This is a planned thing. It's happening before our eyes, and Waris hasn't been arrested yet.
History. You have studied history. I have studied history. After 400
Have you
years,
studied
come and
history?
say You should be arrested.
Have
for
you
that.
studied history?
Arre, talk about present.
Have you studied history?
Talk about present.
This is
People
the.
are asking
Have
me
you studied
questions.
history?
Ask Arnab what history did he study and what does he know about Aurangzeb?
Oh,
what
you're
does
asking.
Arnab know
Okay,
about
great, I accept
Aurangzeb?
it.
What history has he
No,
studied?
one minute.
They are doubting about your education
What is he
now.
saying? 1 minute, 1 minute. What are you saying to
At
me?
least one thing
What
rightly you said
what
today
is
that
me?
Nathuram
No,
Godse
what is
was the
one minute. What is
first terrorist of the...
What is
People
one
are
second.
asking...
Boris, listen to me.
People are asking, ask Arnab in which school did he study? Who was his history teacher?
Kendriya
What history did he study?
Vidyalaya, Kendriya Vidyalaya, gun carriage factory number 1, Jabalpur. Kendriya Vidyalaya, Jabalpur is my school's name.
You have said many times on TV that you respect Sharia more than Constitution.
What history
and
did
you
you
talk
learn
about
there?
Constitution. Are it a shame?
What did you learn there?
You have
At
been
least one thing
saying.
you did good today. You
Owaisi
said that Nathuram Godse was the first terrorist.
You follow
And you
Fatwa
said about
Alamgiri.
Nathuram
What is
Godse
Fatwa Alamgiri? Please tell me.
And you also say that.
Please tell me what is Fatwa Alamgiri.
Talking about constitution. People who
Tell
don't
me what is
respect
Fatwa Alamgiri.
constitution but want to implement Manusmriti in this country are talking
अरे
about
लाखों लोग मार
constitution.
दिए.
No, this is a.
लाखों लोग मार दिए.
1 minute. I'll get.
आप बात करें गोडसे की.
I don't want this audio disturbance here. Point being, Nikhil, I want you. Nikhil.
कत्ल कर दिया था.
ओए फादर ऑफ द नेशन. हैदराबाद तोड़ के लेके जा रहे पाकिस्तान. बात करें फादर ऑफ द नेशन की. नाम मत लो उसका. जिसका तुम्हारे इज्जत नहीं है मन के अंदर. तमाशा मत करो. फतवा आलमगीर को मानने वाले आज.
Okay, now I'm getting in Nikhil. I'm getting in Nikhil right now on the debate. Ratan Sharda, thank you very much. Nikhil on the right. Nikhil hasn't spoken. I'll get the BJP spokesperson and Rashmi on the left. One second, Nikhil.
Nikhil,
you're on the debate out here. Point is there an embarrassment in calling a spade a spade? And do you really believe? Do you really believe?
I'm on the debate and thank
Okay, you want to
God.
make a point? Go on. Go on.
And now can I speak at least?
Yeah,
Yes,
please.
please let me make a point.
Please.
And first of all, thank God that you're not on Twitter. Otherwise, the BJP's troll armies would have gotten after you for calling Godse a terrorist. Be that as it may, I don't understand why in 2023 we are debating about a monarch from 3 centuries ago instead of debating about a man who's democratically elected but is behaving like a monarch. We should be talking about the Kolhapur violence and how the BJP has utterly failed in managing that. Some random person makes a social media post, then some people go and pelt stones on Muslim houses and Muslim shops, and then there is a whole riot-like situation in a state long known for its peace sentiment. I don't understand where is the problem. Why can we not? Let me have my friend from the BJP answer on why is the BJP failing with its stolen government.
I have an interesting observation. Nikhil, one sec.
You seem to forget the Aurangzeb.
Just a point to make. Just a point to make before Vishwas responds. Before Vishwas responds, please note when the sadhus were killed in Palghar and when the then government saw its own police hand over the sadhus to the mob and they were lynched. At that point of time, this man sitting here, Brijmohan Srivastav, came on my program and said, don't question the state government. It's an isolated incident. But when the state government acts against the Aurangzeb premis, then you are saying question the state government.
Why you are glorifying that man? Why you are glorifying that man? I want to ask.
Why does Sharad Pawar not make a comment on the Aurangzeb premis? Why does Sharad Pawar not make a comment on the Aurangzeb premis?
But you.
Why doesn't he make a comment on them? Why are you saying the issue is irrelevant?
1707, Aurangzeb died. Why you are taking his name? He's irrelevant. Aurangzeb is irrelevant beyond.
He is very. 1 minute.
Do you think genocide of Hindus is irrelevant?
Narendra Modi is. Eknath Shinde is.
Do you think genocide of Hindus is
Let's not talk
irrelevant? It will never be irrelevant.
About Aurangzeb in today's
Hindus.
No. What way? You say what? Suppose today, Nikhil, listen. Nikhil, one sec. Nikhil, listen to me. Nikhil. I'll get Subrashra and Rashmi on the left. 1 minute. And the point is, just 1 minute. Nikhil, counter here, taking your view that Aurangzeb is irrelevant. Okay, I suppose I take it at face value, then we will also say that Hitler is irrelevant. But if tomorrow in the streets of Mumbai people carry out posters of Hitler and make him an icon, change their DPs to Hitler, deliberately provoking other people, then would Hitler become a relevant issue to act against the Hitler premise? So the way I'm questioning the Hitler premise, I'm questioning the Aurangzeb premise. Suppose no. Answer.
Yeah, but then a politician do that.
Answer now.
It's a nation of 140 crore people.
Nation.
People will glorify.
Nation of 140 crore. Ignore the issue.
It can be Aurangzeb. It can be.
Subrashta.
Let's talk about the relevant people. Let's talk about the police. Let's talk about the politicians. Let's talk about the leaders. Let's not talk about some random.
So you want to ignore the root cause. You want to ignore the root cause why the disturbance is coming up. You want to ignore the fact that there was a procession actively taken out glorifying the genocidal person.
In the state of Maharashtra,
you want to completely ignore the fact that there is glorification of genocidal people going on.
I have a tweet says those who are ambiguous about Aurangzeb's credentials require a feasibility study so their sanity could stay in effect. Okay. Now, Anti-Skeptic says India needs to make it a criminal offense to praise and venerate invaders and genociders of Hindus. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Ganeshan says this about Waris Pathan, says there are folk like Waris Pathan who will say the BJP is stoking fire whenever anyone even says Jai Shri Ram. Listen to that, Waris. People have seen through you.
The polarization, communal politics, that is what they have come to. The BJP is the main card, Arnab. They know they are losing 2024, so they have come to the polarization system, playing the communal card, Hindu-Muslim, divided.
Subrashta responding to that. Few minutes on the debate.
What have they done for development? What have they done for unemployment? What have
on the Motorola moment tonight.
I'm asking a question.
This is the youth
people were to be provided job in a year. In 9 years, 18 crore people should have been given job. How many of jobs have been given? What is the petrol price, Arnab? You are driving a car.
Please
you know what prices have gone so high. You travel abroad.
Subrashta down. What is down?
Communal bigot and expect people to sing pains of
hatred,
secularism to you.
Nothing that the BJP has only spread hatred and nothing.
Arnab, I think I am aghast at learning that anybody who will criticize Waris Pathan now will automatically become a BJP supporter. Why can't you understand that your politics and AIMIM's politics is completely dissociated from what the youngsters of this day and age want?
RSS person. I would say one thing clear, Arnab.
Waris Pathan, you don't have to debate with me. Please debate with Rashmi. People, you know, youngsters like Rashmi who have just...
Let her finish, yeah.
They have just come out of college, have started their social activism, have seen through your hypocrisy, have seen through the facade of secularism that you carry. Do not try and convince me.
She is being taught how to spread
hatred. Do not try and convince me. I have my own views and I'm going to stick to those. You need to convince people. You need to convince youngsters like Rashmi to appreciate whatever brand of secular politics you are following.
How to spread venom, how to spread propaganda, how to.
Oh my God, Waris Pathan! I think you live in a la land where such things are done. Maybe it's done in madrasas, but they're not done in secular institutions where I have studied. Sorry. I didn't go to a madrasa, so I was not taught how to spread hatred. Please.
Okay, now my last point tonight is Mr. Pathak, why don't you, Mr. Pathak?
Otherwise, you will
Mr. Pathak,
very person full of venom.
Mr. Pathak, why don't you arrest Waris Pathan? Mr. Pathak, why are you allowing him to do this? Why don't you just arrest Waris Pathan?
Home Minister Devendra Fadnavis.
Why don't you arrest Waris Pathan? He's the person behind it.
We are going to book Aulads of Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb की जितने भी औलाद हैं उनको हमको करना है. Waris Pathan was seen at the graveyard of
Vishwas Pathak. Louder, Vishwas Pathak. Why don't you arrest Waris Pathan?
Yes, people like Waris Pathan will be arrested. Mr. Devendra Fadnavis has categorically said that those who are creating this kind of trouble in this state, they will be behind bar. Inquiry has already been instituted. Waris Pathan was found at graveyard of Aurangzeb.
Yeah, he was
now,
found.
directly and indirectly, they are also seen in Kolhapur, in Accusations, in Amravati, in Maharashtra, everywhere. So all these people will be found out, they will be booked and they will be dealt with every iron hands.
First book those people who have thrown stones on police, Book those people who were responsible for Kolhapur riots. Book those people who were responsible for Akola riot.
Today he's a
Book
lost
those people
person.
who were
He has
indulging in
lost
riots in
everything.
Aurangzeb.
He has no argument.
What was
He
your
knows
BJP
what he's doing. He knows who he's supporting. Basically, these are the people who are really.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think Waris,
talk about issues that matter.
Your government have totally failed in controlling the riots.
Waris, the way you are going, tomorrow you will say that in Cambodia we should celebrate Pol Pot, Germany should commemorate Adolf Hitler, and Uganda should celebrate Idi Amin.
You are talking about Cambodia.
Uganda should celebrate Idi Amin.
Country Bharat. You are talking about Cambodia. You are talking about
No, I'm telling you.
400-year-old.
I'm telling you.
The present day.
I'm telling you because I've caught you red-handed on my program tonight. You should be ashamed of yourself because you tried to deny it, and then I caught you red-handed. You should be investigated, Waris. I thank you very much for that debate. And on the other side tonight, that debate's trending majorly tonight. On the other side, we got some news, some reports that there was a very secret meeting between Rahul Gandhi and a middle-level State Department official who talks about regime change all the time in the United States of America. Now, every part of Rahul Gandhi's trip was highly publicized. Why was this kept secret? Why was this kept under wraps? In what capacity did Rahul Gandhi go there? Now, we know the background of the secret understanding they've had with the Chinese. This meeting, if true, needs to be investigated, not because it is illegal, but there was a deliberate attempt to not let you know about it. When I'm back, we'll talk about that.
Amity School of Communication has been ranked among India's top 5 mass comm institutes for the last 3 years by India Today, a testimony to its most high-tech studios, senior professionals as faculty, and placements in leading media organizations. To apply, visit amity.edu.
What we've essentially tried to do here is get you a sense of how this entire system basically operates, right from this particular machine that we showed you with regards to whether the train is online, the line has been closed, or the line has been cleared or not. There are multiple questions that one will have to answer right now in terms of whether at all there has been some sort of a system failure, whether at all there have been some changes that have been made. But if you've heard it from the officers here who've been handling this, they say that it's almost next to impossible that when there is already a train that is there on one line, changing it and bringing the other train to the same very track is extremely difficult. How, why and where the accident happened? We are at the tracks. All the bogies that derailed have been cleared here. This is the loop line, and this is where the goods train was parked on the other side. And the train which was supposed to pass through the main line went into the loop line, and that's what the railway minister is saying, that the point system was changed. Electronic interlocking, that is the reason why this happened. Criminal activity, perhaps for the first time since this has happened. So he goes into details of the point machine and the settings of the point machine that was perhaps changed, and that they're looking into who did it, why they did it, and when it was done. And that's the focus. 128 kilometers per hour. When he gets a green signal, he continues to maintain that train at 128 kilometers per hour. But you see how these two lines meet. The loop line meets at that intersection. So instead of coming straight, the signal was green, but the system interlocking went wrong, which means at 138 kilometers per hour, instead of coming straight, he was diverted to that line in which there was already a goods train with iron ore. The focus of that investigation is right now where I am, and that's the station master's room, there where the investigation continues. What we've essentially tried to do here is get you a sense of how this entire system basically operates, right from this particular machine that we showed you with regards to whether the train is online, the line has been closed, or the line has been cleared or not. There are multiple questions that one will have to answer right now in terms of whether at all there has been some sort of a system failure, whether at all there have been some changes that have been made. But if you've heard it from the officers here who've been handling this, they say that it's almost next to impossible that when there is already a train that is there on one line, changing it and bringing the other train to the same very track is extremely difficult. How, why, and where the accident happened. We are at the tracks. All the bogies that derailed have been cleared here. This is the loop line, and this is where the goods train was parked on the other side. And the
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand.
After a spree of defaming India, now reports of secret meeting in United States. Has Rahul Gandhi met a White House official? And if he has, then why is there a secrecy over the meet? Big debate at 10 p.m.
Amity School of Communication has been ranked among India's top 5 mass comm institutes for the last 3 years by India Today, a testimony to its most high-tech studios, senior professionals as faculty and placements in leading media organizations. To apply, visit amity.edu.
how, why, and where the accident happened. We are at the tracks. All the bogies that derailed have been cleared here. This is the loop line, and this is where the goods train was parked on the other side. And the train which was supposed to pass through the main line went into the loop line, and that's what the railway minister is saying, that the point system was changed. Electronic interlocking, that is the reason why this happened. Criminal activity, perhaps for the first time since this has happened. So he goes into details of the point machine and the settings of the point machine that was perhaps changed, and that they're looking into who did it, why they did it, and when it was done. And that's the focus. 128 kilometers per hour. When he gets a green signal, he continues to maintain that train at 128 kilometers per hour. But you see how these two lines meet. The loop line meets at that intersection. So instead of coming straight, the signal was green, but the system interlocking went wrong, which means at 138 kilometers per hour, instead of coming straight, he was diverted to that line in which there was already a goods train with iron ore. The focus of that investigation is right now where I am, and that's the station master's room, there where the investigation continues.
What we have essentially tried to do here is get you a sense of how this entire system basically operates, right from this particular machine that we showed you with regards to whether the train is online, the line has been closed, or the line has been cleared or not. There are multiple questions that one will have to answer right now in terms of whether at all there has been some sort of a system failure, whether at all there have been some changes that have been made. But if you've heard it from the officers here who've been handling this, they say that it's almost next to impossible that when there is already a train that is there on one line, changing it and bringing the other train to the same very track is extremely difficult.
How, why, and where the accident happened. We are at the tracks. All the bogies that derailed have been cleared here. This is the loop line.